Welcome and thank you for joining with us today. This project is the EDLM8130 Laboratory Evaluating Quality and Technology-Enabled Educational Environments Assessment Plan. My name is Stacy Tawes. Let us begin. Before we go into the specifics of our proposal of how we can improve the performance evaluation and outline our plan, we would like to go over the several ways in which our team can improve upon the previous evaluation of the online master's program in educational leadership at St. Philip's University. First, we will aim to collect data from a larger and more representative sample of students. In the previous evaluation, only 25 out of 100 students responded to the questionnaire, which may not provide an accurate picture of the program's effectiveness. By collecting data from a larger sample of students, we can gain more accurate and comprehensive understanding of the program and its strengths and weaknesses. Second, we will use a more diverse and comprehensive set of evaluation methods. In the previous evaluation, the evaluators only used close-ended questions to collect data. However, this method has limitations in terms of the depth and breadth of information that can be collected. By using a combination of evaluation methods such as interviews, focus groups, and observations, we can gather a richer and more nuanced understanding of the program and its impact. Third, we will involve stakeholders in the evaluation process. In the previous evaluation, the evaluators only consulted the students who participated in the program. However, the success of the program also depends on the experiences and perspectives of other stakeholders, such as faculty, alumni, and employers. By involving these stakeholders in the evaluation process, we can gain a more comprehensive understanding of the program's strengths and weaknesses and make informed recommendations for improvement. Finally, we provide a clear, actionable recommendations for the improvement based on the data and analysis from the evaluation. In the previous evaluation, the evaluators made recommendations, but it's unclear how these recommendations were implemented or whether they had any impact on the program. By providing clear and actionable recommendations, we can help the leadership at St. Philip's University take concrete steps to improve the program and better meet its objectives. So there are several steps that can be taken. Clearly defining the goals and objectives. Evaluation standards provides a framework for ensuring that the evaluation is conducted in a consistent and systematic manner, which can improve the quality and reliability of the evaluation, and this in turn can provide a more accurate and comprehensive assessment of the program, which can be used to identify strengths and weaknesses. And the evaluation standards help to ensure that evaluation is fair, impartial, and objective, which can increase the credibility and legitimacy of the evaluation results. This can be particularly important when the evaluation is used to inform decision-making or to make changes to the program. And so these standards help to promote transparency and accountability in the evaluation process. By outlining the roles and responsibilities of different stakeholders, such as program staff and participants, this can foster trust and collaboration between stakeholders, and this can, which in turn can facilitate the implementation of necessary changes based on the findings. And what are the main goals and objectives of the program, and to what extent has the program been successful in achieving these goals? What are the strengths and weaknesses of the program, and what factors have contributed to its success or challenges? What are the views and experiences of the program participants, staff, and how do these perspectives inform our understanding of the program's effectiveness? Further questions can include: what are the potential impacts and outcomes of the program? How do these compare with intended outcomes and goals? What are the most effective and cost-effective strategies, interventions, or activities within the program? How can these be replicated or scaled up? And what type of evaluation methods are used to collect data? To conduct a program evaluation, it's important to collect a wide range of information about the program, its context, and its outcomes. And some key pieces of information that may be relevant can include defining the goals and objectives of the program, having an evaluation criteria that will be used to assess its effectiveness, The context in which a program is implemented included the population of the community it serves, the types of interventions or activities that are used, and the resources and constraints the program faces. The views and experiences of the program participant staff, including their motivations, needs, and expectations, as well as their perception of the program's effectiveness and impact. Outcomes of the impacts of the program include both intended and unintended effects and the factors that may have contributed to these outcomes. The costs and resources associated with the program, including the time and effort required to implement and maintain the program, as well as financial and non-financial resources. Knowing the potential risks and challenges that the program may face and the strategies and interventions can be used to address the challenges. There are a wide range of stakeholders who may be appropriate for the collection of data in a program evaluation depending on the specific goals and objectives of the evaluation, as well as the context in which the program is implemented. Some common stakeholders who may be involved in the collection of data include the program participants. Program participants are often the primary focus of the evaluation, as they are individuals who are most directly affected by the program and who can provide valuable insights into its effectiveness. The staff. Program staff, including program managers, coordinators, and frontline workers, can provide valuable information about the implementation and operations of the program, as well as their perspectives of its effectiveness. Funding agencies such as government departments or foundations can provide information about the goals and objectives of the program, as well as criteria and standards that the program is expected to meet. In our context, the funding would mostly come from students, board of directors, other outside agencies, partially from the government, etc. The evaluators. Researchers and evaluators provide expertise and guidance on the evaluation methods and tools that can be used to collect and analyze data, as well as the interpretation and reporting of the evaluation findings. The community including the students, the teachers, the faculty, the parents, the alumni. And so they can provide valuable insights into the needs and priorities of the community, as well as potential impacts and outcome of the program. So by engaging a diverse range of stakeholders in the collection of data, this can help ensure that the evaluation is comprehensive, relevant, and reflective of the perspectives and experiences of those who are most affected by the program. To ensure methodological rigor for a program evaluation process, there are several key steps that need to be taken. Clearly defining the goals and objectives of the evaluation, as well as the evaluation criteria and the methods and tools that will be used to collect and analyze data. Engaging stakeholders such as program participants and staff in the evaluation process to ensure that their perspectives and experiences are taken into account. Selecting appropriate methods and tools for data collection and analysis, such as surveys, interviews, observations, to ensure that the data is reliable and valid. Ensuring that the data are collected and analyzed in a consistent and systemic manner. Using appropriate statistical analytical techniques to identify patterns, trends, and relationships. Reporting the findings of evaluation in a clear, transparent manner to provide a comprehensive and nuanced picture of the program's effectiveness and impact. Providing regular feedback and updates on the evaluation process to stakeholders to ensure that transparency and accountability. Ensuring the methodological rigor of a program evaluation process involves a systematic and participatory approach that involves engaging stakeholders, selecting appropriate methods and tools, and collecting and analyzing the data in a rigorous and transparent manner. This program has been successful in providing high-quality education to students in the field of educational leadership. However, there is room for improvement, and conducting a comprehensive and rigorous evaluation of the program will help identify areas for improvement and make evidence-based decisions. We would will outline the goals and objectives of the evaluation, the criteria and methods that we will use, and the process and timeline for conducting the evaluation. We will also discuss how stakeholders in the evaluation process provide recommendations for improving the program based on the results of the evaluation. So the leadership team at St. Philip's University decided to review one of its online master's program in educational leadership. It's been offered for 5 years. They want to find out the extent to which the program has been able to meet its objectives. They also want a way of determining key areas that require improvements in terms of program delivery. This program was evaluated during the first 6 months of its offering. The previous evaluators received responses to close-ended questionnaires from approximately 25 of the 100 students who were enrolled in the program at the time and made recommendations. The program curriculum structure. The program curriculum offers a range of topics such as educational policy, instructional leadership, and school law. The program is structured in a way that allows students to complete the courses and assignments at their own pace, while also providing support and guidance to their peers. The outcomes and benefits for this, upon completion, students receive a master's degree in educational leadership and are eligible to apply for various leadership positions in schools and other educational organizations. The program aims to provide students with the skills and knowledge they need to be successful leaders and to make positive impacts in their communities. The evaluation of the program is a pivotal way to assess whether the program is able to achieve these objectives. Some of the specific objectives of the evaluation include: collect data from a representative sample of students who have participated in the program, use a diverse and comprehensive set of evaluation methods to gather a rich and nuanced understanding of the program, involve stakeholders such as faculty, alumni, and employers in the evaluation process, provide clear and actionable recommendations for improving the program based on the data and analysis from the evaluation. So as mentioned earlier, stakeholders are individuals or groups who have a stake or interest in the program and its success. So we'll be consulting with a range of stakeholders throughout the evaluation process, including students, faculty, alumni, and employers. By involving these stakeholders, we can ensure that the evaluation is relevant and meaningful, and that it takes into account the perspectives and experiences of those who have been directly impacted by the program. In order to assess the program against the evaluation criteria, we will use a range of methods and tools for data collection and analysis. These methods and tools were chosen based on their ability to provide a comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the program and its impact. The evaluation criteria. Some examples of the evaluation criteria will use. This includes student satisfaction with the program as measured by survey or focus groups. Program completion rates, such as the number of students who complete the program within the expected time frame. Job placements rates, such as the percentage of graduates who find employment in the field of educational leadership. Alumni satisfaction with the program, as measured by a survey or interview. To assess the program against these criteria, we will collect data and information using a range of methods and tools, such as surveys, interviews, focus groups, and observations. We will use appropriate statistical techniques to interpret the results and to make evidence-based decisions about the program. Methods and tools for data collection and analysis. In order to collect and analyze the data and information needed to assess the program against the evaluation criteria, we will use a range of methods and tools. These methods and tools were selected based on their ability to provide a comprehensive and nuanced understanding of the program and its impact. Methods and tools. Some examples of the methods and tools we'll use for the evaluation include surveys to collect quantitative data from a large number of participants, interviews to collect detailed and personal accounts of the experiences and perspectives of participants, focus groups to gather group discussions and insights on the program, observations to collect data on the program in action, analysis and interpretation. So we'll use the appropriate statistical techniques to analyze the data and information collected using the methods and tools described. This will help to identify patterns and trends, to make comparisons, and to draw conclusions about the program and its impact. The limitations and challenges. As with any evaluation, there may be limitations and challenges that arise during the process, and some examples of potential challenges and limitations include limited response rates to surveys and other data collection methods, limited availability or access to stakeholders such as alumni or employers, biases or subjective judgments in the data collection and analysis process. In order to address these challenges and limitations, we'll use a range of strategies such as triangulating data sources and engaging multiple stakeholders to ensure the validity and reliability of the evaluation. Process for conducting the evaluation of the online master's program in educational leadership. Some examples of the steps involved in the evaluation process can be: Step 1, defining the goals and objectives of the evaluation as well as the evaluation criteria. Step 2, selecting the methods and tools for data collection and analysis. Step 3, conducting the data collection and analysis using the methods and tools selected. Step 4, providing regular, clear updates and feedback on the evaluation process to stakeholders. Step 5, analyzing the results and making evidence-based recommendations for improvement. Step 6, developing an implementation plan for implementing the recommendations. So, an evaluation like this can take up to a year to complete, from the start of the data collection to the presentation of the final report. Provide regular updates for the feedback to stakeholders through the process to ensure transparency and accountability. Involving stakeholders in the evaluation process. So as mentioned earlier, involving stakeholders in the evaluation process is important for ensuring the relevance and credibility of the evaluation. So let's discuss how to involve stakeholders in the evaluation process and how their perspectives and experiences will be taken into account. So some examples of the stakeholders who will be involved in the evaluation include students who've participated in the program, faculty who teach in the program, alumni who have graduated from the program, employers who hire graduates from the program, consultation and engagement. So consulting with the stakeholders through the evaluation process, through methods and surveys, focus groups and interviews will help in the evaluation process. So consultation and engagement, consulting with these stakeholders through the evaluation process is important. And this helps to make evidence-based recommendations for improving the program and developing an implementation plan that is supported by stakeholders that takes into account their perspectives and their experiences. So, results and evaluation and recommendations for improvement. Once the data has been collected and the analysis or the evaluation has been conducted, making recommendations for improving the online master's program in educational leadership at St. Philip's University will start to come together. And these recommendations will be focused on addressing the key challenges and limitations identified during the evaluation process and on supporting the program in achieving its goals and objectives. Some recommendations may include increasing the number of courses and credit hours in the program in order to provide a more comprehensive education in educational leadership, offering more flexible options for course delivery such as online or hybrid formats to accommodate the needs of students who are working or have other commitments, providing more support and resources for students such as tutoring, mentoring, and career counseling to improve retention and the graduation rates, developing partnerships with schools and other educational organizations to provide opportunities for experiential learning and to enhance the program's relevance and impact in investing in technology and infrastructure, such as online platforms and learning management systems to improve the program's efficiency and effectiveness. So, in addition to the recommendations, an implementation plan is needed that outlines the steps and resources needed to implement the recommendations and to improve the program. And this plan will be developed in consultation with stakeholders and take into account the challenges and limitations of the program. In conclusion, we have discussed our plan for improving the evaluation of the online master's program in educational leadership at St. Philip's University. We've outlined our goals and objectives of the evaluation, the criteria and methods we will use, and the process and timeline for conducting the evaluation. We've also discussed how we will involve stakeholders in the evaluation process and provide recommendations for improving the program based on the results of the evaluation. We believe that by conducting a comprehensive and rigorous evaluation of the program, we can identify areas for improvement and make evidence-based decisions to enhance the quality and impact of the program. We provide a list of the references and sources used in the presentation, such as academic papers, reports, and websites. Some examples of the references and sources used in the presentation include the website of the online master's program in educational leadership at St. Philip's University, as well as these research papers on the effectiveness of online education programs in the field of educational leadership, reports on program evaluation standards and best practices. So I hope this has been a very interesting and informative presentation. I thank you for listening to our presentation. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to our team, and we hope that you will select us as the consultancy team